called to mind for me a question that I have about just when you work with some of these creators about there's a lot of focus on like little tactics, right? Like let me get like
Yeah.
how do I like what kind of words should I be using in my
Yes.
my
No.
title and description?
You're hitting a
and Tim, honestly,
even you're gonna put me on a soapbox.
Tim, even honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest here. When I was starting this podcast, I started to focus. I was focusing on a lot of those questions, trying to ask some of the creators that. But again, referring back to our mutual friend Owen Hemsett, he kind of snapped me out of it, and he had got on his soapbox as well and said, like, "Look, he's like, don't even worry about like these things, man. Like, stop thinking about these things. Like, remember that you're dealing with people. Like, that was the main takeaway there. So I'm going to stop with what I'm saying here and kind of let you get on your soapbox. And I know that you have something to say about this.
If you already have the soapbox speech, I'll let Owen do it because I'm sure he does a fantastic job at it. I kind of would like to hear it, actually. No, but people, they creators, I'm just going to say it. They get so emotionally connected to their work that, and sometimes the way they've been raised and brought up where they've been like, everyone gets a trophy at the end of the sports league. And your work is always good. Good job, Johnny. You did a really good, amazing job. And then they come to YouTube and they publish a video and they're like, where's my participation trophy? Like this work is really good. And it doesn't work that way on YouTube. And so then the thing they go to in order to figure out like, well, the content must be good. It must be YouTube's fault that this isn't performing very well. So what are the technical things I'm missing? I just had to learn the right buttons or the right things to press. And that's not it at all. It's really like, just to be hard truth is just like the content's just not good enough yet. If it was good enough and more people were resonating with it and it was in getting the appropriate amount of engagement and things, like YouTube search and discovery systems are designed to surface the right video to the right person at the right time. And they are trying to surface good content. And if your video is not being surfaced, it's not usually, in fact, in over a decade of doing this and working with literally thousands of creators, all the way from 10 million plus subscriber channels down to brand new ones, I think I've only seen one channel that was held back for technical reasons. And that channel was a unique case because they were actually providing medical advice, which YouTube takes very seriously. And even to the creator's own admission, they were creeping into conspiracy theory stuff around medical advice, trying to gain views. And then their channel got like just flatlined and they came to me like, what happened? I'm like, well, this is what happened. There's a technical issue. You're being held back. And I verified that with some people at YouTube and they said yes. So that's the only exception I've seen to it. And I think that's a clear one to all of us of like why that would have happened. So if you're not doing conspiracy theories around medical advice, then like the technical stuff is not important. In fact, YouTube says that anything that the creator has to do that the viewer doesn't care about in order to make that video grow, YouTube has that classified as a bug in their system. That's why tags don't matter, because the viewer doesn't care about your tags. And so performance on YouTube shouldn't be left up to the people who figure out how to click the right buttons and enter the right keywords. Success on YouTube should be who's just making the best content that's resonating with people the most. And so that's why YouTube, the signals they look at for ranking is they're almost 100%. They revolve around viewer signals, which would be how does the viewer react and respond to this content? Is it like watch time? That's how much time does the person spend watching the video? It's click-through rate. Does this entice them to even want to watch it in the first place? It's session time. Like after someone's watching this video, how long do they spend on YouTube as a result of watching this video? It's audience retention. Like how well does this video hold someone's attention? And now, especially this year and last year, an increasingly important metric is viewer satisfaction, which is, okay, it held their attention and they engaged with it, but how did it make someone feel? Did it make them feel like they're likely to come back to YouTube in another day or 2 days? Or are they just going to feel a little icky about this viewing session and not come back to YouTube for another week from now? And they're collecting every day millions of these viewer satisfaction surveys that they are giving them tons of amazing data and how the content is actually impacting people on an emotional level. So the technical stuff is really an old way of thinking about how do I grow a YouTube channel? And it's kind of even today based on my content's good enough, I think it's awesome, and it's still not working. So it just must be YouTube's fault. Let me figure out how to hit the right buttons and insert the right amount of coins and get out what I want of YouTube. And that's not the problem. And that's why it's easy for some people, friends of mine even, unfortunately, to go years publishing regular, consistent content and not really getting much traction on their channel, because it's not about how often you publish, it's about how you make someone feel about your content. And there's channels that will grow, like Mark Rober, grow to over 10 million subscribers doing one video a month, every 6 weeks. But it was really good, high quality material that told a really good story, engaged people on a really deep level, caused them to watch more. As opposed to some people are just churning out content and the channel's just kind of flat and they're wondering what's going on. So there's a lot in there, but Owen's right. So yes, whatever Owen said, it sounds like he was spot on.
Hey there, thank you so much for watching this excerpt of the Videocraft Show presented by Video Husky. If you're a content creator that struggles to organize script or ideas for your videos, I've got a resource for you. You can get a copy of our free script template. Using it can help you structure your videos and save you hours of time from filming in the process. To get it, all you have to do is just scroll down on this video, find the link in the description, and subscribe to our email list. From there, it'll get delivered straight to your inbox right after you sign up. And by the way, if you're enjoying these videos, can you do us just a quick favor and hit the like button before you go? And if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel too, to stay up to date with all the content that we're creating here on this channel. And finally, be sure to tune into the Videocraft Show presented by Video Husky on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever it is that you get your podcasts. We've got links in the description down below. If you want to watch or listen to the full episode, just tap the video right next to me over here, and that'll take you to the entire episode in which this excerpt is from. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.